Yo, check us out. It's your boy Elz the DJ, straight up out of Dallas, Texas, and we're chilling here with LeveL-Up magazine, where underground is mainstream.
All right, take 3.
That was pretty. That was me.
That was nice.
I'm gonna ask you 3 questions from the worst case scenario card game. Is that ready? Question number 1. Okay, here we go. We got a train question.
All right.
How to call for help on a runaway train? Do you A, find a radio transmitter and press the talk button? Describe your situation and location over and over, even if you get no response. B, find the radio transmitter in the engine room and turn it on. Give a distress call and wait for a response beam before giving details. Or C, find the radio transmitter under the front seat of every passenger car. Use a dial to change channels until you hear someone, then issue a distress call.
Man, I think I'm gonna go with B.
Nope. It's A.
A?
Find a radio transmitter and press the talk button.
Even if no one answers? Wow.
You just have to keep doing it over and over until somebody picks up.
I guess just the variety of music that I was just introduced to. I had a brother who at the time, he was about 13 years older than me or something like that. I was the youngest child from my parents. And my brother was about 13 years older than me, so was always listening to like hip hop, many different artists. My brother is a big fan of Jay-Z, among other artists, but I was always hearing hip hop with my parents. My parents are older. I'm not gonna mention their ages. Not gonna throw their ages out like that, but they're older than me, and they listen to a lot of old school, Maze and Frankie Beverly, James Brown, Michael Jackson. So at a very young age, I was introduced to a lot of different genres. So I would sometimes go to school and I'd be singing these old school songs. Some of my teachers would be like, "Boy, how do you know that song, son?" Just being around a lot of music was just what got me into it. Once, you know, when I got older, I was kind of like, well, I kind of want to make a little money. So, and also at the time, my parents didn't let me go. This was in high school when I started DJing. So my parents didn't let me go to too many parties. So I had to figure out, 1, how I could make some money. 2, how I could go to every party that I wanted to every party that I wanted to go to. And 3, how I could get around getting out all this knowledge of music that, you know, I that I'd been listening to all these years. So, you know, I had to figure out how to get all that out in one thing, and DJing was it.
Okay, how to be prepared for an escape from a burning hotel? Do you A, count the number of doors between your room and the emergency exit and memorize it? B, keep a bucket of ice in the tub at all times. C, ask the front desk for an extra blanket and 2 extra drinking glasses.
This is gonna go with B, I guess, again.
No, A, count the number of doors between your room and the emergency exit and memorize it.
Alright.
Why would you need a bucket of ice in the tub?
I don't know. I don't know why I would memorize the door when I could just memorize where the stairs are, I guess. Just make it easier.
One more question. Come on, Elz, you gotta get 1 point. You gotta get 1 point. How to treat saltwater boils?
Okay.
Do you A, pinch the sores to release pus and reduce infection? Yeah. B, wash the sores in salt water. Or C, let the sores breathe by keeping them uncovered.
I do not know. C, let the sores breathe.
Yay! Yes, correct. Let the sores breathe.
Kanye West, I guess. He's inspired me a lot through many different realms of life. Just how he's so innovative from everything from his music to fashion to stage presence and stage production. It's really inspired me a lot, especially when it comes to DJing. As far as the culture up here, compared to Dallas, I always tell people it's very fast-paced. Back in Texas, it's like, you know, everybody knows everybody. It's not as big of a city as Chicago is. So up here, you get to know a lot of different people. Back in Dallas, I know a lot of people we know a lot of each other because everybody does different things. You know, we're not all in the same genre. Here in Chicago, you have a lot of rappers, you have a lot of producers, a lot of DJs, so a lot of different people to network with, from photographers to even guys who are working on their own clothing designs, videographers. You got a lot of different people to go to within the music industry, and you know, everything that deals with fashion and pop culture and everything. A lot of the artists I work with here in Chicago, I might see while I'm back in Texas doing events. Like while I was down in Dallas this summer, I saw artists come through like King Louis and everything, and I can always go back and connect. And when artists from Dallas, you know, sometimes come up here, you Lee and Prince Rick, those guys, you know, they may perform up here, I can always, you know, link up with them. And it's good to be able to kind of bridge the gap, I guess, because, you know, a lot of those guys have come down to Dallas and may not know the people that I know, so I can introduce them, and, you know, vice versa if I'm up here in Chicago also. So a lot of connections could be made, you know. I actually just got off a major event, Latex 2K12, that was back in Dallas. Over 10,000 people was a party for the Grambling and PV game there at the Dallas Convention Center. As far as Chicago, coming up here, I've got a couple of concerts I'm working on. We're doing a concert with Radical Something over at Reggie's. We just did what concert was that? Lopes. He signed with Bad Boy Records with P. Diddy. Also doing College Mayhem 3 here the 2 days after Thanksgiving, that's Saturday. So we got that coming up. That'll be at the Bottom Lounge in Chicago. So a lot of different events back and forth between Dallas and here. I actually don't know as of right now what I want to do as far as, you know, staying in Chicago, but I do know for sure I want to break into the music industry somehow. I have a lot of different talents that that I possess right now that I could just do with many things. I'm working on like photography skills right now, DJ, do a little bit of producing. I'm not very good at it. I don't have enough patience to just sit down and make a beat, but I plan on, currently my major at Columbia is arts management, so I plan on either opening up my own venue or doing more concert like promoting concerts, producing concerts, presenting live festivals and everything like that. So just a lot of different stuff that I can go with. I just haven't quite laid my hand on one thing yet. So you can hit me on Twitter at Elz the DJ. That's ELZTHE DJ. We're working on the website right now, and elzwetrust.com. That's coming on the way. All right.
There are so many people who are a part of this industry because it's so creative. Do you have any advice for them?
I would just say stay true. Most definitely, just stay true to whatever you want to do. Don't let anyone sidetrack you, or don't listen to any negativity or anything. I would say take any commentary that you do receive, but at the same time, don't let the negative comments get you down. Just keep pushing, you know. Don't let anyone ever get you down, because people are going to try to take their shots at you, but you most definitely don't want to let that get to you.